Hi, this is Siqi. Before I elaborate on my upcoming creative project, please take a minute to see my undergraduate work on drama and film that I have used in various creative ways. But, building on the seeds of these previous ideas, I found that the ideas I had were random and not easy to organize, so I want to learn more systematically in creative communications at Hong Kong University, so that I could organize the seeds of my ideas better and come up with other creative ideas. Of course, in the Insight Interactive Creative Promotion Workshop, a national entrepreneurship training program for university students, which is now being developed, we are going to embark on one of the new microfilms, and of course, we have the possibility of rehearsing it as a play. And now we have some initial ideas, so please let me give a short introduction. This is about a parking club, which is, of course, the name we gave it. The work will focus on middle-aged men inspired by the film Parasite, where the rich man enjoys spending time in his car, so we thought of many examples of men enjoying their time in their cars after work, where their minds and bodies are free and not distracted by family and work. So we thought, what do they do and what do they think about in their cars? The following is a short summary of my story. The main character of the story, let's give him a random name called Jack. He is a peaceful working man with a wife and children, a very ordinary person who we can often see in our real life. The most relaxing thing for him is to be able to turn on the TV and watch his favorite superhero series, which is an important motivation for him to keep working and living actively. But whenever he comes home and turns on the TV, his wife tells him to go and play with the kids, when in fact the kids are having fun on their own and don't seem to need their father's intervention. But his wife forces him to turn off the TV and asks him to play with them. Whenever Jack receives a little, his wife cannot stop complaining. Then a quarrel will occur soon. This seems to happen on a daily basis for him, with Jack outwardly complaining over and over again, but inwardly receding unknowingly. So, at some point, when Jack gets home from work, he will not get out of his car immediately, but will spend some time in the car by himself, because for him, this time in the car was truly his own time and will not be disturbed by anyone. This day, as he is about to turn on the TV in his car and want to watch superhero movies, there's a man come knocking on his windows. This strange man keeps knocking on Jack's windows. Eventually, Jack gets annoyed and opens it. Then, the strange man starts asking him some strange things like, when do you start? Do you want to try something new and exciting? Do you want to step on the gas and hit the wall? Jack finds the man's question really strange, and as the man tries to get close to Jack again, Jack closes his window immediately. But the stranger continues to knock persistently on Jack's windows. At the time, Jack becomes impatient and restarts the car with the intention of finding another parking space. This time as he drives, He feels incredulous at first, wondering why there's such a strange man, but as he continues to keep circling the car park unconsciously, he slowly falls into a daze. His mind for some reason keeps circling the words of the strange man he has just spoken. And before he knows, he has circled the car park many, many times. When do you start? Do you tend to step on the gas and hit the wall? What does it feel like to hit it? And just like that, Jack unexpectedly ghosted step on gas and slammed the car into the wall. After the slamming, he slowly raises his head from the steering wheel and looks at the head of the car. Rear has been crashed out of shape. He slumps back in his seat and takes several breaths deeply, perhaps not knowing why he has crashed into the wall. What's the most puzzling thing is that Jack suddenly gets up, shifts the gear to R, reversing quickly, and he shifts the gears to D again, slamming on the accelerator and slamming into once again. Reversing again, crashing again, reversing again, crashing again, reversing again, crashing again, and finally he stops. The head of the car is so distorted that even the driver's door is really difficult to be opened. Jack lies on the back of the seat silently, his eyes staring blankly at the roof of the car. His face is bruised, blood running down his face, but he doesn't seem to feel anything different. He tries to open the door, but finds it's already difficult to be opened. Then he looks towards the sunroofs of the car and gets out of the driver's seat with difficulty, bracing himself to the sunroof with his hands and sitting down on it. Jack climbs on the top of the car and stands up on the roof. At the moment, he feels like he's Batman, which is his favorite superhero, just like Batman standing on the roof of a building. The only difference might be that Batman stands on the roof of a building, while Jack stands on the roof of a car in an underground car park. At the time, he looks down and sees the strange man again. They look at each other for a long time, before he blinks and the strange man disappears again. Perhaps the stranger haven't existed at all, but it's Jack's inner self. This is the story in a nutshell, and there's still plenty of room for improvement. In fact, the reason we want to do this story is that we can continue to explore a lot of possibilities that could be created. And we could try out all sorts of forms, techniques, and other creative ideas in it. All in all, I'm very eager to study at Hong Kong University, and I hope that the environment, the excellent teachers, and the classmates from different majors will inspire me to be more creative, so that these seeds will successfully sprout and grow into beautiful flowers.